So, Pankaj Bhai Patel, Chairperson, Board of Governors, IIM Ahmedabad. Professor Arindam Banerjee, Director in Charge, IIM Ahmedabad. Professor Namrata Chindarkar, Chairperson, JSW, School of Public Policy, IIM Ahmedabad. Friends and colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening and thank you for joining us here today at IIM Ahmedabad. I'm happy to be here amongst all of you in this new magnificent building that we are inaugurating today. Rahul Mehrotra, who is not here today and whom we just saw on the video, is the architect and has really worked very hard to bring this magnificent building to life. We started the process of its construction in 2018, and then COVID struck and it got delayed, and finally after 4 years of stop and start, we are here today to inaugurate this building. So I congratulate the designers, the engineers, and the project management team for this. So the question is that how did this idea of building this project came along, and why did we at JSW thought of building this school here in Ahmedabad? So one, of course, is that there cannot be a better place, better college, a better institute of management in the country than IIM Ahmedabad. So that goes without saying. So therefore, this opportunity, Professor Nanda, right? Yeah, Professor Nanda, Dean at that time here, once we met in Bombay for something, and there he suggested that there could be a possibility that we could build something interesting in Ahmedabad if you are willing to endow some money for that project. At that time, I was struggling. This is, I think, sometime in 2015 or 16 that this idea was incubating in my head. At that time, I was struggling within the business, within the industry. I was struggling with lots of ideas and lots of difficulties, and I did not know how to approach it. What is the way forward to change the mindset of our bureaucracy, and how to change the mindset of our administrators in the country. So when this Professor Nanda approached and this idea came, I immediately grabbed it, and I thought that what better place.
Very difficult to go after my father, but I'll try. Today it's a historic day for us at the JSW Group. We are extremely proud to be a part of IIM Ahmedabad. I myself studied at Brown University. I did my undergraduate in political science and economics, and then I did my MBA at Harvard Business School. And I was always surrounded by famous buildings, whether it was the Rockefeller Library at Brown or the Bloomberg Library at Harvard. There were all these famous buildings, and I would always tell my parents about what these great industrialists of their time in the US did and gave back to institutions there. IIM Ahmedabad, I don't think needs any introduction. I think it's one of the preeminent institutions in the country. Several top scholars, top bureaucrats, top politicians even have come from this place, and these grounds are hallowed grounds. And today it gives me so much pride that my parents have decided to contribute to IIM Ahmedabad and contribute in India. Several industrialists, several Indian entrepreneurs have given huge endowments overseas. Very few have given in India. And I think that this initiative of my father and especially my mother is really, really I would like to give a lot of credit to my mother, because she pushed my father a lot, and she made sure that Rahul Mehrotra does this building. And today, sitting here, this classroom is no less than the classrooms we had at Harvard Business School. This building is no less than what we had at Harvard Business School or at Brown. And I think in many ways it's even better. So I hope that from the JSW Group side, we can contribute meaningfully to the School of Public Policy. We can shape the school to be exactly what it wants to be, to make a meaningful impact in India. A lot of our top bureaucrats, a lot of our top IAS officers go to schools like the Lee Kuan Yew School for training. They go to Harvard Kennedy School. That must continue. Exchange programs must happen. This school should come onto the world map. It already has. It should get more and more renowned over time. And there should be a lot more exchange of ideas, because we do need to learn from the East. We do need to learn from the West, so that India can truly find its rightful place as one of the superpowers in the world. When I look at business today, when I look at public policy today, there's a vast difference, there's a vast improvement. And today, when we were all at Harvard Business.
Good afternoon to you all. Dear Mr. Sajjan Jindal, Mrs. Sangeeta Jindal, Mr. Parth Jindal, Mr. Patel, Pankaj Patel, esteemed guests, my fellow colleagues, co-workers at this institute, ladies and gentlemen. It is my pleasure to welcome you all to this inauguration of the JSW School of Public Policy premises. Today marks an important milestone in IIMA's journey towards building a robust public policy infrastructure, not just for the institution, but for the state and the country at large. In India, we are at a crucial juncture in our evolution as a superpower in the world. Our economy is growing rapidly, and we are seeing fast-paced development and challenges that come out of that as we strive to build a more prosperous and equitable society. This is where the role of a well-rounded public policy becomes critical. It is the foundation on which our democratic societies are built, and it is the driving force behind the creation of a flourishing state with strong social and economic systems that benefit all members of the society. We need to develop policies that can support our growth while also addressing the unique needs of our diversity. The JSW School was conceptualized to be an influential think tank that can contribute to building this public policy framework for the state and the country. We envision it to be achieved through high quality, impactful research. Most critical, just right training programs for practitioners from public, private, and non-profit sectors, academics, and young minds interested in public policy. The school took shape in 2015 with a very generous support of the JSW Group. Even as the brick and mortar facilities was underway in the last few years, the school took the lead in bringing together stakeholders across spectrum to facilitate public policy dialogues that would engage, influence, and
achieve. And the second idea was let green be very present through the building, on the upper levels of the building, in the way the views outside to the playfield are framed. And so these are the central ideas that dictated how we approached it. What you see at the bottom is our final model, which we really then translated into this building.